The prosecution close to resting its case in the Alex Murdaugh double murder trial. The disgraced and disbarred attorney from South Carolina, very well known, very prominent, and even well liked in his community, accused of killing his wife Maggie and their son Paul in June of 2021. Murdaugh pleading not guilty. This week, the prosecution calling several witnesses testifying that Murdaugh was at the scene of the crime just minutes before the murders. We're diving in again with the latest NewsNation contributor and soon-to-be host of her own show, Elizabeth Vargas. Elizabeth, good to see you as always.
Nice to see you, Adrienne.
Got to get to this story. It's ugly, but the defense really considering putting Murdaugh on the stand. Could this be a nail in the coffin, or will they rely on sympathy and the likability that he has to help this case?
It's a huge gamble in any murder case to ever put the defendant on the witness stand. In this case, I can see their calculation. I mean, Alex Murdaugh is a lawyer who is used to working jurors. He has been in many, many courtrooms, conducted many, many trials, so he knows what he's doing. Having said that, the prosecution gets to cross-examine Alex Murdaugh, and there is a lot to cross-examine him about. This timeline on the murder, his stories, his various stories about where he was at the time of the murder have all been exposed as being lies, in essence. He has said that he was never out near the dog kennels, that he was taking a nap, and then he went straight to see his ailing, aging parents. And we now know from video that his son took shortly before he was murdered. You can hear his voice on that video, according to a slew of witnesses who know the family well. So if nothing else, that timeline has been particularly damning, Adrienne, and this would give Alex Murdaugh a chance to explain what seems to be, at least so far, the unexplainable.
Well, let's talk about that video a little bit. Dan Abrams saying that will change the jury's mind. Let's listen.
And this is what now leads me to think Alex Murdaugh will be found guilty, or it will be a hung jury.
He really thinks that that's all it will take. 10 minutes, I think, between the time that his voice was allegedly heard by friends, by those who know him well, and then his son and his wife are gunned down. Murdaugh's sister-in-law testifying Alec was more focused on protecting Paul's reputation in a deadly boat crash where a young woman was killed than finding out who murdered him. Could that help bring jurors to a verdict?
Listen, I think it all does. That sister-in-law's testimony was heartbreaking. It was the first family member to take the stand, and she testified that she had convinced her little sister, Maggie Murdaugh, to go to the house where the hunting lodge earlier in the day, that Maggie had not wanted to go to the hunting lodge. And that she had called her big sister, who was on the stand, and her big sister convinced her to go to support Alex, who was there to visit his parents. That testimony that he just wanted to rehabilitate Paul's reputation. And she was like, well, my number one priority is to find whoever killed them. She also testified that, for the first 3 weeks after the murder, she was terrified that whoever killed Maggie and Paul would come and kill Buster, the other son, and Alex, and could not understand why Alex wasn't afraid for his own safety. So it was powerful testimony. But listen, the hurdle here has always been, Adrienne, to convince those jurors that this man, Alex Murdaugh, would kill his wife and his son. Yeah. The motive in this case has always been tricky. Who kills somebody to distract from their, huge financial crimes. But today on the stand, we're expected to hear from the man that he admitted hiring to, quote unquote, kill him to collect insurance money. Whether or not that was actually ever a murder for hire plot or just kill, shoot me and injure me so that I get sympathy. Either way, a witness is going to take the stand today to testify that Alex Murdaugh lied to police and investigators about being shot on the side of the road in an effort to collect fraudulently insurance money. So it is yet another example of Alex Murdaugh lying to police, yet another example of Alex Murdaugh trying desperately to get money from some sort of insurance company. And all of that goes to the motive for the murders of Maggie and Paul, according to the prosecution. So it could buttress their case.
It could. It could be sympathy because he didn't want to commit suicide on his own, but he wanted to get out of here because there was just too much crashing around him, financially and personally. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.